Hello everyone! So, in this module, we will learn about array and string in programming. Array and string are very important concepts because they allow us to store and manage collection of data efficiently. So, let's get started with Module 6 Array and String. What is an array? So, an array is a structured data type that allows us to store multiple pieces of data under the same name. It saves memory in a sequential way, and every element inside it must have the same data type. Think of an array like a wardrobe. In wardrobe, you can store many clothes, but they are all the same type of item clothes. You don't usually mix clothes with food inside the same wardrobe. In the same way, an array store multiplies value. All of them must have the same data type. This makes it easier to organize and access data. Okay, how an array works. So, an array has two components, the index and the value. The index tells us the position of each element, and it always starts from 0. This is very important to remember arrays don't start from 1, but from 0. For example, in this array with 4 elements, index 0 contains an apple, index 1 a watermelon, index 2 a mango, and index 3 an orange. So, if we want to the mango, we simply look at index 2. Now, let's see how we can implement an array in C language. In this example, we create an integer array called angka with 5 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The size of this array is defined as 5, meaning it can hold exactly 5 integer values. When we use printf, the program will display uh, the value stored at index 0, which is number 1. Remember that the first element of an array is always start from index 0. After learning about one-dimensional array, now let's move on to multi-dimensional array. A multidimensional array is simply an extension of one-dimensional array. Instead of having just one index, it uses more than one index to access element. The most common form is the two-dimensional array, which we usually represent as a table with rows and columns. Now, imagine before we only had one refrigerator filled with fruits like orange, mango, and apple that represent a one-dimensional array. But now we add another refrigerator also filled with fruits. So instead of just one row of items, we now have two rows. This is how two-dimensional array works. It's like having multiply refrigerator or multiply rows, each storing the same type of item. Now, let's see how a multidimensional array actually works. In memory, a multidimensional array is stored sequentially, just like one-dimensional array, but logically, we represent it as a table with rows and columns. Think of it again like refrigerators. Suppose you have two refrigerators, and each refrigerator has several compartments. The first index represents which refrigerator you open, and the second index represents which compartment is at the refrigerator. For example, if you want to access the mango in refrigerator 2, you first choose refrigerator number 2, then go to the compartment with index 2. That's how we use two index to find one element in two-dimensional array. Now let's look at an example of how to implement a multidimensional array in C. First, we declare the array intk. This means this means we have two-dimensional array with two rows and three columns. The first row contains 2, 1, 3. The second row contains 3, 4, and 5. Next, we have line printf. Here angka 1 and 1 means we are accessing in the element in the second row and the second column. That value is 4, so the output program will be 4.
So this time I will help you to understand more about array and how to implement it in this case study. So I hope after this you'll understand and know how to implement an array to your program on your own. So we begin. The problem is solving the addition of matrices of two matrices using a multi-dimensional array. Given two square matrices of the same order 2 by 2, the elements of both matrices are predefined. A program is created so that the matrices can be added according to the rule of matrix addition. Instruction: create a program in C language that can solve this case. So we already know what the problem is, which is addition of matrices. And it's actually a bit simple problem. You can actually do this with a little bit knowledge of math, but yeah, you get the idea. Okay, so we begin. So before we do the program, we'll understand the logic behind it. How we do the program before we implement it. We should know this logic, which is why the flowchart is so important. So we begin with start and set e equal to 1 and check it. The e is smaller than 2 or equal to 2. If it false, output matrix C, or matrix C is the result of the addition. So, but if it's true, the condition would set the j equal to 1 and do check again the j is smaller or equal to 2. If it's true, it will do the addition logic, which is this a ej and plus b ej. That's the matrix addition logic. Okay, we set that in C. C is the name of the result matrices. At j plus j plus 1. This is looping. So if the true if the decision isn't checked, condition met, it will go to e equal to e plus 1, which is, and check it again if it's true or false. If it's true, then we'll do it again and again. So after that, it's eventually will become false and output the matrix C. So here we go. Let's do some coding. Okay. So I have this already predefined function here. You can write on your own because you already taught that in previous module. So after that, what we're gonna do? Okay, it is okay to see the flowchart because this is the main core of your logic program. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we set e equal to 1. Okay, set e equal to 1 and e equal to 1. I forget the problem. The case study is given two square matrices. The element of both matrices are predefined, so we're not gonna do input to our program. So we're predefine the matrices. So this is the matrices, the first matrix. So it's 2 by 2. Uh, and this is the element. This is the first element. We're gonna do by 2 by 2. Okay, and this is the second element. We're gonna do 5 comma 10. Okay, don't forget the semicolon. We're gonna so we'll already define the first matrices, which is 2 by 2. And if you can, I mean, it's 2.1 2. Okay, this is how the matrices looks like. Okay, the first matrix looks like this is the first element and this is the second element. Okay, after that we're gonna define the second matrices. Okay, and it's 2 by 2 again, so we're gonna do this suggestion. Okay, we're gonna change this to 9, maybe 7, and this is okay. We're gonna do 1. Okay, this is the second matrices. Okay, so we're gonna change this to match this. Okay, you already know. Okay, what's next is we're gonna do the set e equal to 1. Okay, before we set that, we're gonna set the result matrices first. Okay, this is which the matrices first. Why not including this? Because we didn't know the result, so we can't just add the like this. We can. So we're gonna do the program, which is how we're gonna do for loop, which is this integer e equal to 1 and this equal to 2 because the matrix is 2 by 2. Okay, this is just the same. Okay, this is the first loop. This is the first loop. Okay, this is the first loop, and we're gonna jump to the second loop. Or it's integer j, which is in here. Set j equal and check in here if j equal to 2 again. J plus plus. Okay. Then after that, what we're gonna do after this, we're gonna do is do the logic of addition matrices. So in this case, we're gonna do C E minus J. Okay. I mean, we can just like this because it will make it easier. J equal to A plus E. A plus E bracket J plus B J. Okay. This is the main program of our addition. Okay, this is the first loop. The first loop is for the row. Okay, and this is for the value of the matrices, the column. I mean, yeah. And after that, we're gonna print the C we're gonna print the C in here. Print CEJ. Let's see how this program would look. 3, 5, 12, and 19. We check it here. 2 plus 1 equals to 3, and 2 plus 3 equals to 5, correct. 5 plus 7 equals to 12. 10 plus 9 equal to 19, which is correct. So our program is correct. Good job. And this is, so I might explain this a little bit further. So this loop over here is for the row which is here. And this is for the value. After that, addition. This is the addition program, and we print the matrices here. Or we can do just right there. This. Okay. Okay. And our job is done. That's it. That's how you do addition in C program with array. Okay, thanks for watching this study. I hope you understand this. I hope you understand what I taught you, and you can implement this array on your own. Thanks.
Okay, hello everyone. Today I'm going to tell you about string. And before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Irsyad Faisal Hidayat with the assistant code SAL. Okay. So what is string? A string is a type of data that contains a collection of characters with the data type inside char grouped together as one. Or simply put, a string is an array with the data type char or array of character. So if you have a string data hello, then in fact that word is an array of character with a size 5. Character contain each letter from that word. Okay, so the string illustration, as you can see from your screen, the H is array of 0 and E is array of 1 and L is array of 2, L array of 3 and O is array of 4. So that is a string. So there is many function in string, but from this session I will say 3. First is str cpy, and the usage of this star copy is copies the value of one string variable to another string variable. And the implementation in C language, as you can see from the screen, there is char and asterisk, star copy, char, asterisk destination, and comma, const, char, asterisk, source. Yeah, you can see from the screen, yeah. So the second one is star compare or strcmp. The usage is compares the values of two variables, and you can see the implementation in C language, and it's This often used in login and singing, or even what is it called, a password. Yeah. So when you log in and you type the password, it will like compares the password, is it same or not. uh, Star compare, it used for that. So the third is starlen. The usage is count the length of a string for a given string variable. And implementation in C language, you can see size underscore t starlen const char asterisk str. Yeah. After, but oftenly starlen is used for like if you need to know the vowels in some of words, like if you put laboratory words, then you need to know how much the vowels in that sentence. You can use starlen for knowing the vowels. Okay, so now we're going to array implementation in C language. As you can see from the screen, there is include stdio.h and integer main, and this char kata is for there is 20, yeah, 20 array, and gets kata for gets the thing. So for example, this in this case is input the word is accept, and then printf, it will come out accept. Yeah. So after this, there will be a study case. Bang ZET will teach you the implementation and study case how to use the string. Okay, that's for me. See you soon. Okay, welcome back. So how's the study case that have been study with Bang ZET? I hope you guys understand what he informed. So there will be study case again. It's for you practicing, and the first case study is solving matrix transposition using C language with the terms of given a square matrix of order 2 by 2. Second is the element of the matrix are predefined. The third is the program is created so that the matrix can be transposed. Rows become columns, columns become rows. Yeah, and this is for study case 1. And the study case 2 is about account login security. The term is user are asked to register an account by entering a username and password. For convenience, the program will twist the username from the registration result. For example, admin to Nimda. At login, the user is asked to input the username that has been stored by the program. If the username and password are correct, then display login successful. If the username or password is incorrect, then display login failed. So the task is create a program in C language that can solve this case. So as I say before, you can use starlen, starchem, starcompare for study case 2. So that's the end of our presentation. On behalf of my team, I would like to say thank you very much for your attention. We hope our explanation about array and string was clear and useful. Good luck with your learning and programming journey. I'm Sal, checking out.